What if we procrastinate because we think we have time? We know that everything in life is temporary, yet we don't act on a lot of things because we think we have tomorrow. I'm sure that any one of us that will go to the doctor and is being told that you only have one more year to live, you would live it completely different than you're living it right now. And that is because you would not procrastinate anymore. One moment where I realized I stopped procrastinating was when I was in New York for a year on a temporary visa. I had only 2 more months there. I thought about making stickers and selling them. I was like, I'm not sure, it might not work out. I might lose a lot of money doing this. I had so many worries, but then at the same time, I realized I only have 2 more months. And then I don't know if I will have this opportunity ever again. And that was the turning point where I ended up making these stickers and actually selling them. I remember the same thing with starting this YouTube channel. I had so many worries. I just kept on procrastinating for over 10 years to actually get started, and then realizing it's not as bad. When I left New York and I realized this is my actual problem with procrastination. It's the sense of urgency, and you don't have that until something is very temporary. If you go travel to the other side of the world for 1 or 2 weeks, I'm 100% sure that you're not just going to sit in your room and watch TV 24/7 because you paid to go there. You want to see something, sightseeing, try different foods, whatever you want to do. So you're going to go all in on that vacation. And that's what you need for your life. You need your dreams to come true and go all in. But it's about being brave, doing the things that you're scared of. Every time I did something that I was scared of, I felt so proud and accomplished afterwards because it was all things that I thought are not possible. Running my first half marathon this year, solo traveling to Singapore. I've never been to Asia and I don't know that much about Asian culture. So I was kind of scared that I would have a hard time there. If I wasn't that brave in the beginning, I would have never made these beautiful experiences that shape me. And the same thing applies to you. And in order to get this urgency that you need to stop procrastinating, something that helped me was, as simple as it sounds, I just printed out a yearly calendar on one page where I strike through every day that passes. When I did this and I had my vision board of wanting to go to Singapore, I was striking through and I was going to start a new job in March. So I thought to myself, okay, as I was striking through and January already passed, I knew in February I had to do it. And that's when I booked my flight. You don't do it if you don't have the sense of urgency. If you think you can still travel there next year, you can still go to that concert a year from now. And that's the thing, right? When it comes to buying things, if you see there's like a limited edition of something, you're way more likely to buy it because you don't know how long that limited edition is going to last. You're more likely to buy a concert ticket if it's going to sell out in minutes. And the same thing is what you need to do in your life in order to get things going. If I never started my YouTube channel, I would still be procrastinating or thinking about what if I only started 5 years ago. And you don't know the consequences of the things until you do them. You can always overthink and worry about a potential outcome, but you will never know what exactly happened if you never did the thing. It's hard, but the thought of it is usually harder than the reality. Me debating about shaving my hair, I felt like maybe I can't do it. And I've thought about it like years ago before too. And then I thought about the consequences I would face applying for a new job or how people would perceive me and all these things, and you don't know until you do it. And after I did it and I told people and I showed them, friends, family, people from my class, and they were all so proud of me that I was brave enough to do something like that, because a lot of them said they would be too scared to try it. I was scared too, but I did it anyways, and that's something that you will never regret. You will learn out of every situation that you go through, and even if the timing seems off, do it anyways, because you only have one life and you don't know how many days you have left. There are so many things that can happen. I feel like fear can help us a lot of times to prevent us from doing things, but I also see the opportunity, because if your fear of, let's say, FOMO, or like your fear of missing out on something, is so big that helps you to get things going, like booking that trip because you're too scared that someday you won't be able to make that trip. Then use that fear and keep reminding yourself of it. Like, my biggest fear is to live an average life. So I try to use that in order to make really bold decisions to do the things that I always wanted to do, because you might not be living your dream life yet, but the thing is, you create your dream life. No one out there will do it for you. So anything that you want to accomplish in 2025, right? Expose yourself to it. Actively do something that helps you, and not just like a weekly calendar that tells you I need to do this, or like a daily to-do list actually never worked for me, checking something off, because for some reason I didn't see the bigger picture by just ticking off like, oh, I did this today. But the only thing that helped me was the yearly calendar, striking everything through, and then I would just put like something that I would want to accomplish within that month, like a certain trip or any kind of goal. I would just write it in the month. And then as I was striking through, I'm like, okay, I'm getting closer to the end of the month, so I actually have to do something now. As hard as it is to get out of your comfort zone, as hard as it is to stop procrastination, I think the urgency is what makes the difference. A lot of things at the end of the year or Black Friday, a lot of people claim to be like, oh, this special offer only lasts 24 hours. And then you're way more likely to order these clothes with the discount, to get the subscription. That's how I ended up getting Super Duolingo. They had a certain discount and I was like, I don't even know their original price, right? But when it says 60% off or anything, you feel like, okay, this is like a really good deal and good timing. Like, I'll just get it now, even if I have to use my credit card because I don't have it in cash right now. And that's how you need to treat your life and your goals, with a sense of urgency, because you never know when you're going to get it. When you start YouTube and you want to get monetized, you don't know if it's going to take you 4 months or 4 years or even longer than that. Not having that under control can be really frustrating and hard, because you want to know when things are going to happen. You want to know if you apply for a bachelor's degree, it's going to take like 4 years to get there. This gives you a sense of security, like, okay, I'm going to spend my next 4 years studying this subject. But some things you just can't control. If you're trying to start your business, you don't know how long it's going to take for it to succeed or take off. These things can be scary, these dreams can be scary to chase, but you will not regret it. You will learn something out of every situation that you are facing. Every downside, every problem that occurs on your way, you're going to find a solution that if the same thing happens in the future, you know how to deal with it. And that's something that you can't read in a book. You need to experience these things. And I hope this video helps you to actually get your goals in 2025 done. Be a part of the 10% that actually end up turning their New Year's resolutions into reality. I can't wait what 2025 has in store for all of us, and this journey of my account on here, and also my hair journey. Do the things that you're scared of. Being brave always pays off in one way or another, and sometimes the results just take longer. And like Steve Jobs said, you can only connect the dots looking back. Every downside, every negative thing that you had to face, every problem is just an opportunity to learn from. And it's kind of like experiences that shape us and make us the people that we are. So we should not feel as scared anymore of all these challenges that occur, and see them more likely as an opportunity to grow. I hope you're going to stay tuned for the next one. Bye!